Glass-Steagall 2.0, is it a good idea?
I don't know enough to tell you if it's a good idea or not. I understand why there's an inclination to go there. I think high capital requirements is a good idea. I think treating the balance sheet transparently is a good idea. The next step, I would have to look a lot more at the details of what would be proposed.
Are we fighting the last battle?
I think we are, to the extent that risk has migrated. If I look at where the possible source of the next crisis would come from, it's not the banks, it's the non-banks.
Well, so funny you should say that, because Vito Costancio overnight has been making comments to the fact that he feels that the ECB needs more macro-pru regulation ability. It needs the ability to oversee the shadow banking sector. They're aware of it. They're just behind the ability. They just don't have the ability to target it at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, they're very much behind. The extent to which risk has not just migrated to non-banks, it has morphed in the process, Guy.
Yeah.
So if you're worried about a systemic risk, if you're worried about a market accident, it's more likely to be out of the non-banks rather than the banks.
Well, is shadow banking still evident? I thought we got rid of shadow banking. Again, non-banks, there's a mystery there. What is it?
It's very simple, is that vacuums in finance are very profitable. So to the extent that you limit and constrain the banks, somebody else is going to fill that space.
I strongly agree with that statement. Are they filled the space with a leverage position where leverage is the enemy?
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Where do you sound like? He sounds like Michael Spence. That's a good thing to sound like.
I love Michael Spence. That's the nicest compliment you've ever given me.
Well, we're New York Jets for you. What can I say? Help me here, Mohamed, then, with Professor Spence's wonderful analysis of type 1 and type 2 risk. Be aware of the things you can't observe out there. Pissarides was here. Same idea. You can't observe things out there. What is the unknowable within your leveraged shadow banking?
So the biggest unknowable is what I call the delusion of liquidity. That you have people who promise overnight liquidity that have taken quite illiquid positions, particularly lending to various entities, and that as long as the party continues, that's fine, but should this liquidity be tested, it's not going to be as deep as people think.
I got to squeeze this in. It's so important. What's your thermostat to measure that illiquidity? Does LIBOR and SHIBOR, do they work anymore?
No, I look at bid-offer spreads on high-yield bonds as being very indicative of where we are right now.
So old-fashioned.
I know it's old-fashioned, but I think it's a really good indicator.